welcome to like the first video of this type. Sorry, I talk a lot with my hands. Like I said in my last video, I will be doing a, shoot, I already forgot. I'll be doing, so once a week there'll be a Stronger Than Yesterday video going up on Sunday. So this last week, as you guys saw, that video went up on Sunday. Now, we'll have another video going up as well on Thursdays. Thursdays it will be more of an informational video. It's gonna take me a while to be able to, excuse me. It's gonna take me a while to be able to get this down due to the fact that I've never really done this before. So like I have some notes that I'm gonna try to talk about. Today's video is all solely based on RPE and what is RPE and why you should use RPE. And then kind of I'll talk about it in my training as well. Now once again, my knowledge is very limited. I've done research to figure out more, and I know it better than a newbie, that's for sure. Now granted, I wouldn't say that I'm the best with it. So that's just throwing it out there. There's definitely other people that probably have more knowledge on this than I do. Just listing off the top of my head, like I know Adam Peeler, my coach. I don't know. I wouldn't say though my knowledge is terrible. So yeah, now that I'm done bashing myself, let's get into RPE. What is RPE? RPE stands for, I didn't know this until today, so fun fact. Rating of perceived exertion, which makes perfect sense why it's called that, because that literally is what RPE is. It's rating of what you think your exertion level is what you're rating. And so that's basically the whole gist of it. Boom, awesome. That's what RPE is. Thank you for watching. But no, so what, I'm gonna look at my notes here. Basically, RPE is a way that you can scale how hard you're training, or how hard a lift is. And it's all based off of numbers. So I'd recommend Googling if you need an RPE or your coach or someone's like, yo, this lift should be an RPE 8. I'd recommend searching up an RPE chart. What it has is it has RPE with then rep ranges, and then there's percentages as well. Now the percentages, what you can do with those is you can multiply it by your 1 rep max, and that percentage, or that number you get after that, will then be estimated how much you should be able to be lifting. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. But yeah, so basically how, at least the train of thought is you have RPE 10, that's max, right? Like, you do that, you're probably not getting another rep in after that, you know, like, you're done, right? That's 1 rep max. RPE 9, you probably have another rep in the tank, maybe not, but like, I was pretty hard. RPE 8, it's kind of like, yeah, it was kind of hard, but not terribly hard. I still could have probably done like 2 more. Then 7's kind of like mediocre, like that was pretty easy. And then everything really underneath that's very hard to distinguish between. But the general census is when you finish it, you have, if it's RPE 6, you have 4 reps left in the tank, you know, kind of thing. That's kind of how I've been able to judge it. And it helps individualize yourself each day. Instead of, I guess, showing up to the gym and saying, hey guys, everyone's gonna go squat 135 for 6 reps today, you know? Now, let's say we did that. If I was told, let's go do 135 for 6 reps today, I'd be like, okay, that's really light. And that's gonna be like an RPE 6 or 7 for me, maybe 5 even, depending on a good day. Now, for my brother, Parker, RPE, or 135 for 6 would be pretty exhausting. He'd be pretty dead by the end of that. So instead of saying this is the weight that you should be doing on this day, you can go into it with, hey, I want you to do 6 reps at RPE 8. Now we can judge, okay, Parker should roughly be able to do X amount of weight, and I should be able to do this weight, and we'll both be exerting ourselves to the same level, and it's individualized to us because we're exerting ourselves to that level, but we're both exerting ourselves basically the same way, you know, if you're doing it right. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, and it also provides like a measure of the effort, or the potential effort that you should be able to put into it. Now, RPE is hard because some days you're not going to be at the right, you're not going to be fully ready to lift, or you're not going to be feeling as great as you did the day before or the week before. So sometimes your lifts are harder to do. Now that makes RPE hard sometimes, but it's basically RPE is out there saying, hey, like mathematically or on paper, you should be able to do this lift, which is cool, and it's very, very good for training. 100% great for training. I would definitely recommend it. I've been using it, so let's go now to RPE when I've been using RPE. I don't really remember using it on the Power Effect. I remember doing it with Adam Peeler. So he's my current coach, and he is who I currently get my stuff from, my programming. And so so the way that he normally trains it, or at least right now, how my training looks right now, it is hypertrophy based. So the way that hypertrophy based normally works is it's basically the way that the RPE, I guess, is based in it is it's forced progressive overload. So last week I had stuff at RPE 7, I think, or 8. This week I have it 1 up, you know? So you're basically forcing yourself to add weight on. Now, it's not exactly progressive overload, because progressive overload is you being able to move more weight at the same effort that you did the week before. So that's why I say it's like forced progressive overload, because I'm adding weight on, but it's harder than it was the week before, which is completely okay. And that's just the way the programming works, but it's increasing your intensity over a period of time. And that's normally at least how the programs that I have used have worked. Now, what also happens though is you have your deload week, and it lets you know, hey, RPE should be this, or it should be this percent of this. And so percentages and RPEs is a very, very good way to gauge how much weight you should be using. And I would definitely recommend using it. Now, I definitely would say it's more of a powerlifting kind of thing. I don't know really how you'd use it in bodybuilding. Just thinking about it, because bodybuilding, you kind of go in there, you do your compound movements, and then sometimes you don't even bench if you do chest. Like, you're just doing all these heavy compound movements or heavy little movement thingies, and just getting a crazy pump, doing like a bunch of sets and a bunch of reps, and then you're just done. You know, like, at least I've never bodybuilded or done bodybuilding programming, but that's kind of how I see it. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely more based in powerlifting, or say you're doing a sport or you're doing Olympic lifting. I feel like that's where it would work a lot better. It just really helps you channel your fatigue, and kind of, if the person that's making your programs understands how to use it, it really like fixes the way that or sets you up to be fatigued and be exhausted at this point in time, and so you come back and you deload, and then you sets you up again, you know, which is super duper cool. I always thought of it, so fun fact, I used to play paintball. What am I? I'm 18. I think I played it when I was like 14, 15. And I played it with a bunch of friends that live up next to me, and we'd go up to our local park, and we would play paintball. And we like had a team, and we'd do practices and stuff. And one of my friends one day was like, hey, we're gonna run sprints. We're gonna run from here to here 50%. Then we're gonna run here to here 75%, here to here 80, 100%, right? Now, I did not understand that whatsoever, but basically, little do I know now looking back on it, that was basically RPE training. So I don't know if they use RPE in like football or stuff. Probably not, but maybe they do. I don't know. I never played football, but I think that's interesting of how there are these like, okay, you're gonna go sprint this sprint, and you're gonna give it this amount of your intensity or whatever. Or I know that with like tennis sometimes, that was a thing. And so little do you know, that's basically RPE training. So whether you're doing a sport or doing something, when you're saying, hey, you should dial it back, that's basically you're doing RPE right there. So it's very, very helpful, and it's very, very good to individualize a program and individualize lifts and individualize what you are doing. Yeah, I guess that's RPE in a nutshell. There's probably some more scientific-y stuff, probably some more stuff that's more important or cooler or smarter stuff. But like I said, I'm giving you base knowledge. So if you're someone that's wanting to get into powerlifting, which is what I do, and this is what I use it for, that's basically all you need to know. Go search up an RPE chart on Google, figure it out, then just start to gauge it. I would not say I'm the best at it, because I will sometimes go squat something, be like, that felt great, then go do something, because I'm like, that was like a 7. If I do add this much weight, hopefully it'll be an 8, and then I totally blow it out of the water. So I'm trying to get better at it. But yeah, it's definitely something that you need to get better at and try. But it definitely helps. So definitely, if you're doing powerlifting, try it. If you're not doing powerlifting, I don't know really how you would use it. But with powerlifting, I hope this helped you out to figure out kind of a general knowledge of what it is, and hopefully you kind of understand it more than you did when we first started off the video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Next week, I don't remember what it is. Next week's video will be on why you should track your macros. So we'll be going live next Thursday. This is up this Thursday. We're just gonna be uploading informational video-esque type of thing every single Thursday. Stay tuned for those. I hope this helped you out somehow and you enjoyed it. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's awesome. I'm trying to crank out these 2 videos a week now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like, comment any ideas, or if you guys need help with something and you want it to be in a different informational video, let me know. And I'll probably do it. So just do that, subscribe, go check out my Instagram if you want to check it out. I just post like lift stuff, and I'm trying to be more informational in my bios and stuff, or motivational or whatever. So make sure to go check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching this video.